Hi, welcome to DIY Anyone. This is Jen Buehler. I'm so glad you're with me today. I sure hope that you enjoy what we've got for you. Thanks for visiting. The challenge I'm participating in today is hosted by Heidi Sonboul. Heidi is, as you all know, an amazing crafter, and she is helping so many of us to grow our channels and to just learn how to do this YouTube thing. So, Heidi, thank you for today. This is a cute way to make an adorable pillow using the shape from the Dollar Tree. So the pink hardened kind of felt shape I took on some felt. Now I did not use Dollar Tree felt because it was just too thin and I really wanted this to last a long time. So I took that, I traced it out. It took probably 35-40 minutes to cut it out, of course, while I was watching YouTube videos, and used my pen to trace that. Then when you go to cut that out, then I used some cream colored felt behind it, and I used a heavy duty fabric glue to glue that down so it would stay, all those little bumps and lumps and curves. And then I used some pinstripe. I was showing you there that I actually sewed those wrong. I haven't done that in years. So you always got to watch what you're doing. So that was a wrong side to a right side. Anyway, there's where it goes when you glue that on, and I just made one of the pillows that crosses in the back. I didn't do a zipper. And then you can see the final result in this shot here. I did some tassels with it too. And it's a 20 by 20 pillow from IKEA. Inside there, the feathered pillow is what I used, and I just took off one of the forms, and then I can use that over and over again. And I just really love this pillow. Turned out cute. So next we get the chance to work with one of these adorable Dollar Tree wood car ornaments, I guess you could call it. I started to use the putty knife to pop off the tree, but it was stuck better than I thought, and I got a nice little splinter from it. So just bend it backwards. That's probably the safest method to get that tree off if you don't want to use it. Now, my plan is to paint this with the Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. And then I'm also going to use that preview picture of the month of February from the Be Brave calendar. And you'll see how we're going to use that. So we'll get this car painted, truck painted. And then I tried to use a little bit of different color in it instead of just the typical stuff. So we'll see if you like it or not. I'm interested to hear your comments and what you think. All right, so then after we get the body dry, then we're going to go ahead and I'll paint the tires black and let those dry. Now, the key to handling these little hearts that are on the plastic piece of whatever it is, plastic, that are on the top of the screen, those are really great to use. And so what I did was I cut them apart, but I left them on the plastic. That way, when I was going to do anything to them, because I wanted to paint some of them and kind of mellow out the color a little bit, change a little bit, I wanted to add Mod Podge and some glitter. Well, then I had a little handle because those hearts are stuck onto that plastic by just little like stick dots. So it was perfect. All right, so then I decided, okay, let's use an accent color here. And what I'm using is Merlo. It is a Waverly paint also, and kind of that red purple. And I think that blended kind of nice and gave it just a little bit of a different accent look. Let me know what you think. I probably could have painted that light yellow for the tail light. I didn't think about that until just looking at this now. That probably would have been fine. All right, so then what we're going to do is I'm going to set up a little gate system on the back of the truck since it didn't have that, because we don't want those hearts all falling out that we're going to put in there. So I just have 2 popsicle sticks. Actually, no, they're the tongue depressors, I'm sorry. And I just cut them to the width that you see. And then these little sticks are skewers from the Dollar Tree also, and I just painted all of that with antique wax and wiped them off. And then I wanted the gate part to stick up a little bit above the support to stick up a little bit above the gate like it does. And then you're just going to turn it over, and on the back side you're going to really glue it down. And then that makes it have a nice little bit of support to it, and I think it looks really cute that way. All right, so then we just took this love, and I did have to cut it down a little bit both directions. I didn't want to lose too much of the pattern, and I actually used the glue gun on this, and it worked quite well, just to glue that to the door. Like that's the love truck. All right, so then what we're going to do is I use the Aleene's tacky glue to glue the hearts, not the hearts, to glue the some of the glitter to the hearts. And so I just spread that around, and then I just used this glitter. I believe I got this from Walmart. It was like a Mondo size, and you can see I'm 99% sure it's from Walmart. So anyway, you just let that dry, and what I did was I actually just kind of made a couple of the hearts shimmery, and then I also took some Arteza paint, and I used the Arteza to make the hearts be a little less bright, but still have that pretty sheen to them. And I used the pearl white paint. There you go, just on cue. And that worked out really well. I was really pleased with how that came out. Like I say, it wasn't much that you needed to add, just enough to kind of give it a little bit of zip. And you can tell, of course, that you're painting on wood. And again, you have the ability to, if you leave that little sticky part on the back, you can hold on to that hard as you paint it. That really helps as well. Now, I did try and use the heat gun to dry the heart while it was on the plastic, and the plastic promptly curled up around it, so that was a bad idea. All right, so then what I did is I just ended up putting all those little hearts like they're floating out of the truck, and you have to use hot glue for that. And then what I'm showing you is that drapery weight that I use that to do the concentric circle for the white paint, and then it'll be all painted here, and you'll see in just a bit. There's the final. I used 2 sticks at the back to hold it up. Enjoy. This craft uses 4 of the Dollar Tree wooden boxes. I used 3 of the outside larger boxes and then 1 of the smaller inside boxes. And the goal of this one was to just paint them white all on the outside, and then the one shape, I put all the shapes behind so they faced a different direction, except for the heart, and that's where I'm taking these cute little stickers. We're going to put those stickers around the outside of the heart just to highlight that and give it some depth. I thought I was going to be able to tear those apart, but if you've used them before, you already know that you can't. So they're on a strip, and you just stretch them out how you need them. So the key is to kind of space them, especially when you're going around that corner. When you're trying to get to the tip of the heart, I had to kind of back it up a little bit and play with it. Same with when I added one more dot in there, struggle bus, yeah. Then you just move the others back out of the way, and then that makes it spaced correctly. So then that made it cute to kind of highlight that heart. I think it still looks like a heart. And then I used the scratch off letters. There's another word for them. I'll think of it. Maybe I'll show you the thing from Dollar Tree. But anyway, it's another Dollar Tree product. And set those letters there. I was on the struggle bus a lot with this one, so you have to pull the dark piece from behind it, because you go to scratch it and it doesn't work. So once I figured out how to do that, then I thought, oh, we better distress these a little bit. So always try on a back side. When you go to distress, if you try on the back side first, then if you've got too much paint, you're going to know right away instead of wrecking the very first surface that you touch with it. So little trick that I've learned over the time that I've been doing this dry brushing stuff. So just give it a little dimension there. Now be careful when you go to dry brush over these stickers because you can knock those babies right off. Transfer letters are what those are. So I just did the transfer letters from the Dollar Tree. Have not used those before. They're kind of fun. Reminds me when I was a kid. And so then you can see then the final shot here. My daughter helped me out. She put some flowers at the top of that, and I think it really kind of finished it off and how that eucalyptus kind of flows across it. And then we put a little bit of burlap right behind the heart itself too, just to give it some more depth, and you could see that it was a heart. It was just some red burlap that I'd gotten from Dollar Tree. And eucalyptus and boxwood came from Walmart, and it's just a cute little countertop thing. All right, so this little project is, you see the football there. I took that football, cut it in half, and I've seen people use that before. It has styrofoam in it. And so that, I just wanted to challenge myself and see if I could do it. So I took the cute little crate, I painted that in the Arteza pearl color, and then I cut that football in half. There's some of the greenery that I used, some lamb's ear, some onion grass, which you can curl that with your fingers really nicely. It curled down nicely. And then some peonies that I had in my stash from Amazon. So I dug out part of the one football so it would sit on top of the other football and then it wouldn't rock around. So here's how it turned out, and I did add potpourri inside to fill it. Thought that might be kind of something different. And then the pretty red heart. And the heart was also from Dollar Tree, and I just painted that with crimson red and then glued that to the front. So just a cute little Valentine arrangement that you could set on your counter. I want to thank you for watching today, and I hope you'll choose to subscribe and like. That sure helps to grow my channel. And if you've got anything that will help me to get better or any feedback you've got, I'd love to hear it. Thanks. Have a great day.